breaking news. We got the Cleveland Browns just made a big-time trade with the Houston Texans. Look like Shedeur will have a right tackle. Let's listen to ESPN Cleveland as they broke the news on this particular player that the Cleveland Browns will be having this upcoming offseason. Big-time player. Let's go.
Breaking news, Chris.
ESPN Cleveland. Breaking news.
The Browns have started rebuilding their offensive line. They've traded for a tackle. Chris, what do you know?
Yeah, so the Texans trading offensive lineman Tytus Howard to the Browns. Tytus is 29, started 16 games in each of the past 2 seasons. Cleveland sending a 5th-round pick to Houston in exchange.
Seems like a pretty decent player. I think what Andrew's going to do, they're going to acquire a bunch of and let everybody battle it out. I mean, they're going to. I wouldn't be surprised if he acquires 4 or 5 different offensive linemen. One, we already got one with a trade. I would suspect a free agent would be in play. And
that's ESPN Cleveland over there with Tony Rizzo talking about the trade that the Cleveland Browns just did with the Houston Texans. They're receiving a right tackle by the name of Tytus Howard. I think Tytus Howard went to an HBCU school when he got drafted by the Houston Texans, and he was a starter. I think he started 16 games in the last 2 seasons for the Houston Texans. So Andrew Berry and Todd Monken are building this offensive line up for Shedeur this upcoming season. I'm telling you, I look for them to at least get 3 more offensive linemen, 3 more during free agents. Yeah, I'm looking for them to make 3 trades, and then when free agents hit, to add some more to it. I'm telling you, this offensive line will be one of the best in the AFC this year. You can take that to the bank. You can take that to the bank. So, when you look at the offensive line, also during the draft, right? You got the draft coming up in April. The draft will be coming up in April. I just look for them to draft at least 2 offensive linemen in their first 2 picks. In the first 2 picks, I at least expect them to make 2. Draft 2 more players for their offensive line, because their offensive line was weak up the middle, for the center, the 2 guards, and you got the Tigers outside. We saw 6-8, we saw 7-2, and the way they performed. So I'm telling you, look out for the Cleveland Browns. They will have a dominant offensive line this upcoming season. You can take that to the bank. You heard it right here on. Matter of fact, Todd Monken was at the NFL Combine talking about the first thing and a must that he must do for this upcoming season. Let's listen to Todd Monken as he talk about the offense. Todd Monken talking about, hey, got to fix the trenches. Must fix the trenches. And they started this morning. Hey, they started it this morning, so it's breaking news. As you can see right there, Mary Kay Cabinet saying the Browns are sending a 5th-round pick to the Texans for a right tackle, Tytus Howard. League sources tell ClevelandBrowns.com. So there it is right there. Shedeur, y'all on the way, boy. Y'all are on the way. Listen. Look for Andrew Berry to build that offensive line for the running game and the passing game. Listen, we saw that offensive line last year, especially when Shedeur was out there. They have no offensive line that started or under contract for this season. So, hey, we know they got to rebuild the offensive line. And Andrew Berry just got one of the best right tackles in the game. Houston, I looked over there to see what they were trying to do and why they want to trade him for a 5th-round draft pick. They trying to go young, and they trying to remake their offensive line also. So, hey, look for Andrew Berry to continue to bring some people in the side of the Cleveland Browns building for as the offensive line and get ready for competition. They're going to have to get ready for competition. They got a new head coach there by the name of Todd Monken, and he got to win, and he just showed you, and he just told you, we got to be of the trenches. Got to be of the trenches. This guy right here is better than any offensive lineman they got. Now, how I will build the offensive line, they just made a trade. I accept that trade, right? Right, Tiger? They got that position locked down. Now, the center position is the most key position on the team because he's the captain, he's the leader on the team. He called the checks at the line of scrimmage. What can they do? They got a free agent, to be a free agent in Baltimore, a center, where Todd Monken came from, where the Cleveland Browns' new new offensive lineman coach came from, Linderbaum. He finna be a free agent. They might go after him. That's your center right there, right? Green Bay Packers got a free agent left tackle finna come on the market in March. That's another piece they could bring in. So you'll have your left tackle, you have your center, and you have your outside guy. Well, the Buffalo Bills also got a guard that's finna become a free agent, and he's in the top part of the free agent for his offensive lineman. That's another one. And then draft you that guy, Linderbaum from Utah, and plug him right in that right guard. That should do a starting offensive line right there. I just gave it to you, Andrew Berry. I just gave it to you. Even though you get credit for the right tackle, I just showed you how to be that offensive line. All right. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, you're watching Sports Talk with B.Y. Do me a favor. Hit that like button, subscribe to my channel if you don't mind. Hit that notification button. It'll let you know whenever I go live or drop a video. Will you do that for me? All right, yeah, I'm outside. I'm down here where it first started for me. I played quarterback down here for 3 years, and I ended up coaching down here for 22 years. All right? Peace out.